good morning, everybody. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know the voice. Y'all know the sound. Your man, James Bubba Williams, DJ Exclusive, is in the building. Good morning, everybody. What's today? Thursday? Happy Thursday to y'all. Damn, the week already over with. Good to see everybody this morning. Make sure that you stay tuned. Like it or not, it's starting up next. Good morning, everybody. G-Man, Lily, good morning. Neon Death 07, welcome to the YouTube chat. It's been a minute. Boondocks Dragon, Salmon Land, good morning. Lateef, what's going on, Lateef? Iris Jones, Moon Meat, Stupid Dragon, good morning. Kareem Ransom, Tiger, what's going on? Tyler, what's going on? Alicia, Rover Dragon. Shout out to everybody, man, that's streaming from wherever you're streaming from. YouTube. Not Twitch, unfortunately. It's still some issues going on over there. We don't know what the hell is going on, but suspicious. It's real suspicious. We'll be trying to find out what's going on with Twitch. Hopefully we'll be back soon. But for the meantime, in between time, y'all come on over here and join us on YouTube. Andy, good morning to you. Love you, Andy. Prince and Judah, good morning. Y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned, all right? Rebecca Zoris in the building. Like it or not, it's coming up next. We missed y'all yesterday, and I apologize. Truth the Dragon, I love you. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mama and Daddy. Love y'all, man.
Sweet on me. We can cook up, we can stir up, when we hook up, just you and me with that cream. With that cream, pour that sweet on me.
Shoot the dragon. Oh man, make sure that you join us tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. I almost forgot, man. 9:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Like it or not, game night for our patron party. You don't want to miss it, man. Tomorrow night, Friday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be having our first ever game night. You don't want to miss it, man. Get some trivia in there. We're going to do some Mafia. We're going to have some plenty of games, man. So make sure that you pull up to the patron party tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. It is going to be a fun time. Of course, I will be the host for the evening. Like it or not, game night. Y'all bring y'all ass on. It'll be fun. I promise you.
I put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django.
That's right, Andy. Family game night. Y'all know how we do on family game nights. Make sure that you bring your drink, your smoke, whatever it is you need, because we're going to get the thing going. I really mean it.
I put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django.
Can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
And you know the best time to do it, bring a friend with you. It's fun with more people playing with us. I'm trying to figure it out, but we're going to make the thing work, and we're going to figure it out as we go along tomorrow. So it's going to be real fun.
You sure you can handle? Okay. We can take my Lambo. I put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django.
All right. I'm about to have a dad joke spit off. 30 seconds. When the 30-second mark of this song come up, I'm going to start spinning. So y'all get ready. Here we go. Dad joke time starts now. The adjective for metal is metallic, but not so for iron, which is ironic. My wife crashed the car while listening to Adele last night. She ended up rolling in the G. The urge to sing The Lion Sleeps Tonight is always just a whim away, a whim away, a whim away, a whim away. Why do nurses always carry red crayons in case they need to draw blood? Did you know that if you sneeze and fart at the same time, your body takes a screenshot? Your body takes a screenshot. Okay, y'all. Rebecca Zora's in the building. We about to get this thing started, man. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, everybody. Here we go. Good morning, y'all.
Hey, man, yeah, it's the summertime, right? Let's get it like it or not. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Yeah. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going down.
Rebecca Zora's in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, a real life ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. She's always coming up with the master plan. Politics, dreaming, trying to find the meaning of life.
While the feds keeps us in slide. I am your DJ, DJ exclusive. Y'all know who I am. I stay dropping them jams.
Good hope, dad jokes, culture is politics. What's here right now is the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I ended up with the plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. Tuesday to Thursday, you know how we do. Let's go. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going down.
Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going, it's going. Hey man, let's start this damn show.
Like It or Not with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
And not care who doesn't like it. Good morning, Rebecca.
Oh, good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. And before we get started, let me apologize to everyone for yesterday. Yesterday was my bad. It was a lot going on, and I am a very transparent person, so I'll be transparent with you this morning. So yesterday morning, as I was getting ready to get everything set up, actually I had everything set up. My light was going, camera was on. Then all of a sudden, it's like God said, "Let there be darkness, everybody," and boom, everything went off. So I'm thinking like, okay, we just had the power went out yesterday, so maybe it's a power outage. Kind of found out it wasn't a power outage. A power got cut off. So I was in the dark, in the cold for a few hours, trying to scramble to get money up, and actually had to go into my rent money and pay that. So yeah, yesterday was a lot mentally and emotionally for me, but hey, here I am. I got through it, and here I am. So yes, apologies for yesterday, y'all. Love y'all, mean it. So I appreciate y'all.
See, people don't know what's going on with us in the background while we try to do this show. I'm telling you.
That background be some serious if y'all only knew, man.
They really don't. A lot of people really don't know what we sacrifice, what we struggle with. It's been some hungry days. Like you said, you had to dip into what you needed to dip into. So I'm still dealing with funds being allocated, or excuse me, not allocated, funds being taken away from me to this day because I decided to take a leave. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. I definitely understand. I'm glad I did check up on you yesterday because I understand that can take you down, but it ain't gonna be forever. I pray, you guys see us. This is why when we be like, hey, give, so we can continue to stick here with you guys.
Right.
Yesterday was unfortunate. I'm happy that you were able to get through it. Love you so much, mean it. It's I can't. I understand, Bubba. You
Yeah.
know I do.
Yeah,
You know,
if anybody do, I know you do.
we
Uh-huh.
literally will talk about what's going on, like child, this and that. But this is people's realities. This is our
Yeah.
realities. Living day to day. We do have 9 to 5s. We do have and things like that. But right now, life is just a bit hard. Trying to get up on your feet because you missed one day of work or one paycheck, trying
Yeah.
to stay on your feet from that, it's not as easy of a bounce back. And so it's, I'm praying for you, brother. And everybody who's watching, again, we can start it off right here at the beginning. Your giving literally helps us. We're not just asking because it's for fun. It literally helps us. And if you would
It
like to
does.
give right now, this is where the offering plate is at right now.
Well,
DJ
wish I had an organ.
X3C on Cash App, DJ X3C on Cash App, Becca's Voice on Cash App. And we personally, pay our producers with what we can as well.
Yeah.
With us having nothing. You see what I'm saying? We try to make sure that we do this thing and we keep it going. So your giving helps us to make sure our team is good, helps us to make sure we're good. So DJ X3C on Cash App, Becca's Voice on Cash App. And if you are not already a patron, you can definitely become a Patreon today at patreon.com/like it or not. Patreon.com/like it or not. Love you guys so much for watching, giving. And for those of you guys, who can't do anything, you just watching right now means a lot. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. It keeps us here on air. And thank you guys for tuning in this morning. Didn't mean to make it a little heavy, but we are very transparent on the show. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. Bubba, I wouldn't do the show without you, bruh. I wasn't gonna do the show without you.
And I mean, because we know that you can, because girl, you be bringing it every day. Like, you've been on fire the whole summer and on fire in the whole fall. So, I will say that is one thing that Florida A&M Agriculture, Mechanical, and University, all them other letters is. I will say that they produced a very awesome woman, y'all.
My God.
I mean, amazing.
Well, thank you, Bubba.
So I don't say that about any other rattler that I deal with, but this one on screen right here with me, I'll go to bat for that one, I guess.
Thank you so much, Bubba. I'm taking all that love. Thank you.
Josh, make sure that you delete that part when we get ready to post this.
I need people to see Florida A&M all day, baby. Thank you so much. And Bubba, again, we're a team here. So definitely we got to make sure we show up and show out. Yeah, I could do it by myself. I mean, literally, I'm a journalist. That's what I do. However, I wanted to make sure we got you, boy. Like, got you. You feel me? So
I appreciate you.
With that being said, we got news to cover, baby. We got
news
to cover. News. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over the stories from yesterday. So we may be a day removed from the actual stories. However, I want you guys to definitely join in on these conversations. I think they're very good. Listen, speaking of money and how we ain't got it and how the people want to take it. Okay. Student loans, right? Biden and our student loans. After weeks of waiting, student loan borrowers can now apply for President Biden's program to receive up to $20,000 in debt cancellation. Biden officially launched the application Monday after the Education Department opened the form over the weekend as a part of a beta test, hoping to find and remedy any glitches on the site. 8 million people have applied to date. Well, that was yesterday. I'm sure there's pretty much more people that have applied. He estimates that the White House has received some 10,000 letters from borrowers praising one of his signature economic policies, saying, quote, "My commitment was, if elected president, I was going to make government work to deliver for the people. This rollout keeps the commitment," Biden said at a press event. He continued and said, "Just as I am keeping my commitment to relieve student debt as borrowers recover from this economic crisis caused by the once-in-a-lifetime pandemic." Listen to me and listen to me good, y'all. Before we get to the clip, I wanted to discuss how when it came over the weekend, the beta testing, my best friend, she actually sent it to me. It was like in the nighttime. She was like, "Hey, do it here, do it now." So I sent it to my best friend, my other best friend. When I'm like, "Girl, do it now." She's over here getting ready to go out to the club. I'm like, "Girl, nah, do it now. We don't know what's gonna happen in the next few days." And I could not, Bubba, understand for the life of me why it was so easy.
Oh my God. So Rebecca, the same exact thing happened with me. Like you said, it was late night. Somebody sent it to me as well. And I went on and did it. And when I tell you, it was like, why is this so easy?
It was too easy.
It was like extremely easy. And it was almost like concerning. I'm like, is this real? But I'm like, when he
yes,
when he did the press conference and he did the little thing and he put it on the screen, I'm like, oh damn, that's the website that we went to. So I was like, oh my gosh, so I guess this is it. We'll see what happens. So I did mine over the weekend as well too, while it was still the beta testing. I'm like, I don't know what kind of beta testing this is that only lasts a couple of days, but okay.
Okay, it was, but they needed to do the beta testing, right? They wanted to see how it would crash, what would be the response. I understand that. We didn't know we were part of the beta testing until you read the fine line at the bottom. I wasn't reading that. I just said they gonna get this. My best friend told me to do it now. I don't know. I'm doing it now. She sent me a link. The link was now everywhere online. Everybody was so confused as to why it was ABC. Of course, we're gonna get another email after sending in that form, that short form. You then will receive an email that tells you in that time over the weekend that we did it though, but that would tell you, hey, more information will maybe be required. You may be required to do so by sending in like paperwork, whatever, to coincide with whatever information you put in. And a lot of people were saying it. A lot of people were saying it was as if they were signing a contract to Bad Boy Records. It was so quick. Let's take a look at what Joe Biden had to say himself.
Student loan application is now open. If you have federal student debt, please visit studentaid.gov. It's easy, simple, and fast. And it's a new day for millions of Americans all across our nation. May God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you.
About inflation.
If it's on this, I'll happy to answer the question.
Mr. President, on this, the litigation could get in the way of this program?
Yes, well, that's what's going on right now. Litigation is underway, and I don't think our legal judgment is that it won't, but they're trying to stop it.
How many people have already applied through this beta testing website? Do you know?
When it's done, a question.
And will people who have privately held loans, will they at some point become eligible for this forgiveness because they no longer are?
We are working on pathways there to support those, but we're moving as quickly as possible to provide relief to as many people as possible. Thank you.
So what we see here, I mean, she's asking the right questions.
Most definitely.
She's asking the right questions. Look, because those two journalists that they were putting up on stage, that was us. That was our doppelgangers. But she was asking the correct questions. I think also they're still working on it. Of course, there is litigations. They have people who want to stop this. They have people that are continuing to stop this, and we know who they are. It's more of the right. It's more of people who want to find issues and holes in it. It's more of people who have paid off their own debt and are looking to say, well, if he wants to forgive 20 up to, because you may not even get the $20,000 forgiveness,
right?
But if he wants to start forgiving thousands of dollars for multiple people who have loans, many people, millions of all of us who have these loans from education, that means that those Americans are lazy. My mom took out money to pay for my loans, and it was like, you went to school when school was 19 cents. First of all. Secondly, you come from a background where your parents were able to assist you in going to school. The reason a lot of us had to take out not only just a little loan in the beginning, but in the middle and afterwards, and PPL or whatever, PP, whatever those Parent Plus loans. Yes,
there you go.
Those loans. And when we had to do those, and then the Pell Grants, and then have to go and see if we can get extra funding underneath that, then going to get your master's degree, knowing that you're not going to get anything that comes to you in the form of a grant, but everything is going to be in a loan.
Yeah.
We didn't have it as easy for our parents to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pay for this. If you weren't able to have housing, you had to go get a loan, because if your parent made too much for you to get free housing or the money for housing, you had to go ahead and get an actual loan so that it can carry over and become what we call your check that you would get
Your
and
refund,
utilize that to pay for your
check.
housing. Yeah, your refund check, baby. Because we used to be in line. We didn't care about classes
child.
getting the refund check. So
I skipped the whole day classes.
Yeah. So the fact that they're still in a battle while trying to do this for us, while still in the process of doing this for us, yes, it's not the forgiveness that he said that he would do, which is, damn, why you had a lot of us like that, Biden?
Right.
But he's giving us something, right? I'm not saying that we have to accept everything or get everything, but guys, yo, 20,000 off of my my loans if they did it right now, and the way that it would clear up on my credit, and what that would look like for me in actually getting a home, like that would look better for me. So
yeah, and with me, it's like one of those things to where that 20K, even though it would help, it's still not enough. I think I owe maybe 38 to 40. Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
you owe 38 to 40? That's nothing, Bubba.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Now I could be lying. That might just be for one loan for when I tried to go to culinary school. But we ain't even talking about Bethune-Cookman, child. That's a whole nother. And that 30K, you know what? And I take that back. I do have a judgment on my credit from a student loan, and I'm not. I think it was the private loan that's on there. I just saw someone say they try to move that private loan into federal status, and I'm like, damn, I ain't never think about that. So, but even still, that 20K, it's just like if you put it on the total debt, it ain't gonna scratch nothing, child. It's gonna be like
because
it's gonna laugh in the face of it.
You might be the one getting 10K. You don't know.
And it sucks because, like you said, it's one of those things where by come on, man, I voted for you for this main reason because you said you were going to eliminate student debt, not give us a discount. Oh, we're gonna take out 20,000. So you taking out probably about 5 to 10% for most people in America.
It sucks, but I'll take it.
I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna
take it.
I don't know if it's 5% even, because
right.
And then, so for those of you who are looking for the website, please go to studentaid.gov. Studentaid.gov is where you go to put in your application for your student loan debt relief. And if for people who have parents, where you utilize a parent loan, where you use your parents to get the loan, your parents can also sign up as well. The same format, just put their information in, and you can do it that way as well. So there are ways, and there's this website again, studentaid.gov. Head over to studentaid.gov and get you yours, because that 20,000 might pair up with your mother's or your father's 20,000. Put that together, you got $40,000 off of your loan.
Wow.
Possibly, if they accept it for that much. So yes, guys, please make sure you head over to the website to get that done. Do not wait, because we don't know what's happening in America. Let's take it local. Let's take it right here in our backyard. Georgia. It's a lot happening. It's a lot happening. Georgia, the elections are coming up, guys. How are you voting? Have you early voted? Are you going to early vote? Are you taking to the streets? What are y'all doing? I don't know. Okay. So Georgia is home to some of the nation's most watched elections. A high-profile Senate race between Democratic incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican Herschel Walker, whom we've discussed on this show, for instance, have emerged as one of the most competitive and scandalous contests in the nation. Democratic gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams, meanwhile, is again challenging GOP Governor Brian Kemp, who is leading in the polls right now. Abrams' get out and vote efforts in 2020 have been credited with helping President Joe Biden carry the purple state over former President Donald Trump. GOP Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, a far-right conspiracy theorist who was stripped of her committee roles last year, is expected to be re-elected in her deep red Georgia district, despite a well-funded challenge from Democrat Marcus Flowers.
That man fine too. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord. During the Georgia debate, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene responded to opponent Marcus Flowers, calling her an insurrectionist, saying she was a victim of the violent January 6th riot at the Capitol. This is the point of me telling the story, you guys, because Marjorie Taylor Greene said that she was a victim of the domestic terrorist attack by them folks at the Capitol. Let's take a look at what she had to say.
The Capitol building. Go inside. You cannot accuse me of insurrection. The people who breached the Capitol on January 6th are being abused. I was a victim of the January 6th riot just as much as any other member of Congress. Tomorrow on January 6th, I'm very excited. This is our 1776 moment. That was the third day I had on the job. I had nothing to do with what happened there that day. And I will not have you accuse me of that. Just finished with our meetings here at the White House this afternoon. We had a great planning session. January 6th objection. That is wrong of you to do. You're lying about me and you will not defame my character in that manner. Call your House reps, call your senators from your states. We've got to make sure they're on board, and we already have a lot of people engaged.
Did Joe Biden win the election, Congresswoman Green?
Joe Biden is the president of the United States.
Absolutely.
Marcus. President Trump won by a landslide.
But you pushed a big lie that said he did not win the election.
We aren't going to let this election be stolen by Joe Biden and the Democrats. There was election fraud.
You drove those people to the Capitol on January 6th with your lie.
You can't allow it. Just transfer power. The Capitol peacefully are being abused. This is our 1776 moment.
Okay. So these are the same people. We've covered Marjorie Taylor Greene a few times on the show. She has been at the front of a lot of conspiracy theories that came to the shooting, school shootings. She said she's put out a lot of lies and conspiracy theories with the kids who've been murdered in schools, who've been gunned down in schools, because she's been a leader of a domestic terrorist attack herself and January 6th. And now because she wants to solidify her seat, she wants to push in these, and this is what a lot of politicians do. Of course, they're going to lie. In today's day and age, we're going to go find that lie. Then we're going to juxtapose it to what you said in that debate. Her opponent is somebody that not many people really know, but people know Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Right.
But you got to push the envelope. If pushing the envelope is calling you a liar, since President Joe Biden had taken his seat in office as president, Marjorie Taylor Greene led a group, because a lot of them led their own groups to the White House.
Right.
You utilized your platform to tease the day, January 6th. You get there, you lead the group. You have said multiple times that Joe Biden was not president. Now you want to debate, to continue on with your seat, that you never said these things. They will sit in your face and lie. And these are the same people that they say, these are the same people that people really call to be our representation. That's where I think is very problematic. I do not want a liar, a blatant liar, somebody who was part of something that affected us as a people.
Mm-hmm.
January 6th wasn't just no walk in the park, y'all. People died.
Yeah.
People died, and she still has her job. So this is who we want to be our representation for the constituents, to be our voice, to be the ones leading, presiding over what happens in our state, in our, for us and our family. Is this what we want? Because this is not the right representation. It isn't the right representation at all. There also was a story, and before I get to that, I want you to find that video, Josh. While I talk about this, there's another story with the woman who is literally reading her opponent in Florida to filth. And that should be in there it is. I see it. It's at 8:38 p.m. That I posted in the chat. I'll take it and put it for you guys to watch. But there's a woman who is reading DeSantis for filth.
About time.
And it's not DeSantis, it's for somebody else in Florida. And her name is Valdy Mings. But I want to juxtapose it to this. She's reading this man for filth. And here's the funny thing about it. It's a Florida seat, a Senate seat. And here's the funny thing about it. No matter how much she reads him for filth, knowing Florida, they will still vote for him. Okay, knowing Florida, they will still vote for him. Here's the video, Josh. I just posted it in there. Georgia has Kemp in the lead. Even though we've watched Kemp not direct the state in the proper manner, Kemp has put out multiple commercials against Stacey Abrams that go that go something like this, though. Stacey Abrams wanted the state open. Stacey Abrams wanted people to get the vaccine. Stacey Abrams went door to door to tell people to vote. Is this who you want as the next governor of Georgia? You do the math. Governor Kemp wanted to keep us open. Governor Kemp didn't want to force you to get the vaccine. Governor Kemp wanted big businesses to continue to make money during the pandemic. Don't you want a governor that knows what to do with you and your business? Vote Governor Kemp. Stupid stuff like that, right? That's what we're getting. And it's like when you're really looking at it, Stacey Abrams challenged the police officers. Do you want your governor to challenge the police officers?
They spit that defund the police. Stacey Abrams is for defunding the police.
Yep.
And for cash bails to allow free felons to walk around and kill and rob everybody else again.
It's sad. It's sad. Now let's take a look at this Florida candidate and how she demolished this man.
Of people in our nation want us to do just that. How long will you watch people being gunned down in first grade, fourth grade, high school, college, church, synagogue, a grocery store, a movie theater, a mall, and a nightclub,
Congresswoman,
and do nothing?
That is time. I want to.
How long, baby?
How long?
Okay, she's a member of Congress, and before this, she was a police chief.
Nice.
So I want people to, and her name is, that's what it is. Her name is Val Demings. I apologize for getting her name wrong. Her name is Val Demings. She's a congresswoman, and she is running for the U.S. Senate. Okay, she's running for the U.S. Senate, and I want to get her opponent's name, but it also, in this moment, we know her opponent is right-leaning. Okay, we know her opponent is a conservative. We also know her opponent, even though this was a great read, this was a great moment where she laid everything down, got him together. We also know that Florida is the type of person to still vote for the ops, no matter what is presented to her. Georgia is the same type of state. Texas follows suit. These states do not care about the representation that's in that seat and what it can do for you. These states care about the historical fact that it's usually a white man holding the seat. It's usually somebody who does not care about the people. It's usually somebody who has relationships with relationships with people in office that keep them there. Seniority, skin color, those things matter. What they identify as. If it's a white man, you have better chances. Calling somebody out doesn't mean a thing. We had Donald Trump for president.
Marco Rubio, Rebecca. Marco Rubio.
Rand Paul. Y'all literally will skip over the best option. We got Governor Kemp out here. You will, and while there are programs that benefit us, so I'm not gonna lie, there are some programs that may benefit us, but we can't live a real life with these laws that they're putting out. Governor Kemp literally got Park Cannon, who is a representative here in Georgia, got her dragged out because she wanted to see him face to face as he signed an order that literally was voter suppression for Black people. There's so many laws going around right now that that hurt us. And the people that we're putting in these seats and leaving in these seats aren't doing a thing about it. They don't care. They're signing laws against us.
Rebecca, I don't know if you saw this clip. I'm sure that you did, where in Florida, in Tampa, where they're going around arresting citizens for voter fraud. Like they're rolling up to people's houses, pulling up in their driveway.
Yes, I
Hey,
dropped that. I dropped it.
that was you. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna pull that up too, Josh. I'm sorry for the call outs this morning, but these are stories that we need to talk about because these are all influential into the especially with it being voting season. These are all influential. You said he got it?
Yeah, he has.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Now let's take a look at this video really quick.
So apparently, I guess you have a warrant.
For what?
I'm not sure.
For voter stuff. Man.
For voters.
It's what it is. I think the agents with FDLE talked to you last week about some voter fraud, voter stuff when you weren't supposed to be voting, maybe. I didn't.
So.
What are they talking about?
That's
man?
what we're not the case agents, but what you got to do, they have reduced your bond quite a bit. It's 2 felony charges for voter fraud, but they've reduced it to $500 bonds. So it's $1,000 total.
Oh my God, man! What?
So, yes, sir. So unfortunately, right now we're gonna have to take you to jail, but you got a bond right away. You don't have to go to first appearance, nothing like that. So.
A bond? I didn't do it.
Okay. So, ma'am, we have a warrant for your arrest.
For what?
For voter fraud.
Good, how are you, sir?
Right?
Oh my God. Hold on.
Wait.
Let me tell my husband.
We're telling, he's right here.
Right here. So if you could put your hands behind your back, please.
Oh my God.
Do not move.
Ultimately, ma'am, you have a warrant. Okay. The warrant. Listen, hold on. Listen. I know you caught off guard. I understand. Right. So you have a warrant. It's for voter fraud. Okay. Hear me out. It's an ROR. You know what an ROR is?
Oh my God.
You go in, you get booked, and then they're going to release you from booking.
Okay. So
that's disgusting.
Yep. And let me clarify the details here. So along with these 2 people that we seen getting arrested, there were 19 others who are facing up to 5 years in prison after being accused by Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, and state police of both registering and voting illegally. They are accused of violating a state law that doesn't allow people convicted of murder or felony sex offenses to automatically be able to vote after they complete their sentence. A 2018 state constitutional amendment that restored the right to vote to many felons excluded this group, but there was no clarity, okay? As the video further supports the amendment, and subsequent actions by the state lawmakers caused mass confusion about who was eligible, and the state's voter registration forms offered no clarity. They still offer no clarity. They only require a potential voter to swear under penalty of perjury that they're not a felon, or if they are, that their rights have been restored. The forms do not clarify that those with the murder convictions don't get the automatic restoration of their rights. So what we're seeing here is, and I want you guys to understand this. Oh, and if you're wondering, yes, 13 or more are Black. In the 19. So this is majority Black people being targeted. You can tell they have, found a way back into life. And I'm pretty sure the opportunity to vote was a major one for them. Knowing that they worked hard to either get it expunged, removed, and signing paperwork that did not clarify, did not detail, did not hone in on, the specifics. They just signed the paperwork. And the fact that we see police officers aren't even able, they're there to arrest, but they're not even able to break down why they are arresting these people. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to say, go ahead, Bear. Finish this.
This woman wanted to go and call her husband. She was humiliated. She was just going to work, church. I don't even know. She wanted to go and get her husband's attention and let him know what's going on. This man, literally, you can tell, is like, shaken up. This is trauma. Being in jail, being a felon, and now having your name cleared or not being recognized as a felon anymore probably was a very big deal in his life. And for police to show up and try to take him to jail, he said, "I did not do anything wrong." Both of them, I did not do anything wrong. In this, what we're looking at, Ron DeSantis and many other leaders, what we can see and what I can definitely put together is that this is another way of voter suppression. If we scare people who feel like they may have signed a paper or confused, it may not It may not be something that they did right, or people who don't even know if they're felons or whatever, or, anything. There are many people who are confused about this whole situation. They will not vote.
Mm-hmm.
They will not vote. Majority Black people minding their own business were attacked, humiliated when they thought their rights were being restored as Americans and with their right to vote, when they're putting the past behind them as felons. They're reminded what happens is you get shaken up. You get disrespected. You feel like you have no rights. You don't want to go vote. I don't care what anybody said. This is a form of voter suppression directed at who? And that is Black people.
Black people, absolutely. And it sucks because these people would have had to have had valid ID and everything else to vote. That means that in their system, it tells you that you're able to vote. I know here in Georgia, when they look at my information, they'll tell you if you're at the wrong precinct, you're not eligible to vote. It tells you all of that. So at this point, that's not their fault. If there was an issue where they weren't supposed to vote, that's on y'all system and y'all process, trying to suppress people from voting. And that's all that really is. And then I really hated that they blurred out the faces of the cops, but then blur out the people of the people that were getting arrested, which sucks ass. I'm like, this makes absolutely no sense. I was so disgusted when I saw that video.
Talk about disgusted. It. They blurred out the police officers' faces and protection. And somebody said, and in the comment section, somebody stated, because when they go do these types of job, it keeps the police officers protected. So we want to humiliate these people further, right? Because they're felons. They don't have any rights. They don't have any respect. They don't deserve it. So we want to humiliate them further. Is that what we're doing? And the police officers who are doing the humiliating, they should be protected. I don't like it. I don't like how any of it is. And I'm pretty sure the police officers themselves, that's their job. They're confused going to do this, y'all. They literally are like,
and it irked my soul to see. She looked like she was a sister. I don't know. I'm like, girl, you taking your job too serious. Now, the first couple of cops, they were like, we don't even know what's going on. We just have to arrest you. We just gonna book you. Basically, we fingerprint you, take a picture, and we let you go. And that part in itself, to me, I'm like, that lets you know that it's some BS, because you're basically booking me to get my fingerprints and take my photo, and then you're gonna release me right back out. So that's bullshit.
They said that at the end of the first one. All we're gonna do is just book you, and it's to humiliate you. That's why I said this is a form of voter suppression. If we shake you up, if we shake your city up, if we shake, like that area or where there are most of people who may fit the description of a felon or whatever, y'all not gonna vote. So it'll free up, of course, the people who are gonna vote for me and mine. And that's what they do. We're seeing the same thing happen right here in Georgia. This is what is going on, because you can't tell me all of the full support and the backing that Stacey Abrams has, how she is on her feet going door to door. And the numbers are not adding up. This ain't on no conspiracy theory. This is literally like, we watched Governor Kemp sign an order that is literal voter suppression. Cliff Albright came on the show many a time. Bubba, your camera. Cliff Albright came on the show, who is an activist out here who does the work on the ground, came on the show many a time and let us know how he was fighting every day, protesting every day because of this. We had Park Cannon on the show, who was dragged out in handcuffs just for knocking on the door to watch Governor Kemp sign our rights away, people's rights away, for simple things as living above a business. And saying that they're breaking the law because they're utilizing their business as an address to go vote, when truly they live above the business. You see what I'm saying? They're finding little ways to take away rights. And we can't have that as leadership. We can't have that as leadership. We need better. So I say all that to say, and it's voting season, y'all. It's voting season, y'all. Make sure you go out and vote and drag everybody you can. It's voting season, y'all.
Absolutely. And we got to get out there, y'all. I know that here in Georgia, they said they've had the highest early voting turnout they've had since 2018.
Yes, another story. We definitely.
Well, I'm calling them today.
You are, and that one is also one that I dropped in the chat. Yeah, so we're making history with voting.
Yes.
And this is it's 2018, I believe, and we are making history here in Georgia, and I want to see us win.
Yes,
we were able to flip it. Flip the muffin top blue or whatever they say. Flip this state blue, baby. We were able to do that in 2020. I want to see us what we can do in 2022. Who we can put in office in 2022. We want to see how we can make this happen because Stacey Abrams deserves, not just because she's a Black woman. I told you guys I'm far removed, and now Black women though. Black women though, because even when she didn't win, she helped people win in 2020.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking for those same people who are seated
to
make sure they push for her. Because while we are making history, right? I'm not really seeing the support here in Georgia. I gotta be honest.
Agreed.
I gotta be honest.
I love in my neighborhood right now. There are people with yard signs of Stacey Abrams all over the place. The support here is strong, but it just seems like Kemp still in the lead. I'm just like, I just don't understand how people follow his rhetoric. If you just watch for yourself, it's self-explanatory. It really is. Same thing with Herschel Walker. There should be no reason that this man is neck and neck or Raphael Warnock. How?
How is Herschel? Because people, and that's the thing, and that's what I say, we got to take a page out of the rights book, right? I don't even consider myself left or whatever, but I'm going to vote for the best person, the best candidate for me.
Absolutely.
And as a Black person, not because the person is Black, but they usually the policies that they're trying to make sure that they run on, that they literally lean more towards me. The policies that the other persons usually on the right run on, they don't. There's nothing that really assists me. It might be one thing, but I plan on having children. I plan on making a living here for myself. What does that look like in the next few years with leadership? Can leadership help me? Are there programs that this person is going to push that assist me? What can this person do that helps me? And that's what we're looking at. But I haven't really seen, except for these catty commercials, much conversation in the spaces. Shout out to Baller Alert, who keeps it on point with Poly Alert, which is Politics Alert, that Baller Alert has developed. If you want to keep up with the debates, they will cover them. They will be on C-SPAN. They literally will have all of that there for you for the culture. As far as pages like the Shade Room, remember at one time P. Diddy was out there, vote or die. Remember that? He was now the same person that in 2020 offered and said to hold your vote. Same person. Now people change. It's okay. Change is not always a negative thing. But remember, we gotta be we can't be out here asking people to hold votes. We can't be asking people to do these kind of things. We got to vote, guys. It's a right that we never had. Fannie Lou Hamer literally marched, got her behind, whooped everything for our right to vote.
Yep.
She is part of the history. We don't want to let that down. And it's our American right. I don't care. Please make sure you go out and just vote. Just vote, please. It don't hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt you.
Yep.
It ain't gonna hurt you. I promise you.
I promise. And
I'm pretty sure your job might have 4 hours allotted. If you go vote right now, it's gonna be about 30 minutes. Take that 3 hours, the other 3 hours, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Go back to sleep. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I'm going to vote today, this morning, because early what was going on. My precinct is literally right down the street, and I'm go ahead and get her done.
Yeah.
It makes no excuse, especially like not to wait. I drove by there yesterday. Lines weren't long at all. So it's just like, hey man, I'm about to go ahead and get this thing done because I'm not trying to wait.
Yeah.
Because all the BS starts to happen when the actual date comes along. That's when all the shit starts to come out all of a sudden. So no.
Yeah. Nope. So make sure you guys go out and vote, child. We'll cover this story as well. So Kanye has been in the news. Mind you, this is going to be a story from yesterday. So we are again a day removed. You just go to sleep and you wake up, it's more Kanye news developments. But this
Jesus.
This one has to do with his the family of George Floyd. Okay, so George Floyd's family is suing Kanye West for $250 million for his recent comments on Drink Champs. The argument is that his comments include false claims about the murder, infliction of emotional distress, harassment, misinterpretation, and defamation. All of that. In a news release from Witherspoon Law Group and Dixon attorneys at law.
No
Floyd's
relation.
family issued, no relation to Benjamin Dixon. Floyd's family issued a cease and desist letter to West, also known as Ye. That's what he's going by now, guys. For his comments about the 2020 death of the man at the hands of George Floyd, child, that sparked a worldwide movement against police brutality. I'm talking worldwide. In West's recent appearance on the Drink Champs podcast, West made controversial statements about Floyd's death. Okay, we know that they originally were on a documentary from Candace Owens, and he started pushing out that rhetoric, saying that he died as a result of fentanyl use. As a reminder, here's a clip of Kanye running his mouth with misinformation on Drink Champs. I can't say Drink Champs. On that damn show, child.
I watched the George Floyd documentary that Candace Owens put up. One of the things that his two roommates said was, they want a tall guy like me. They want a tall guy like me. And the day when he died, he said a prayer for, 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. He said a prayer for 8 minutes. They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. When he said mama is his girlfriend. They said he screamed for his mama. Mama was his girlfriend. It's in the documentary.
Okay.
So let me ask this question. So, and I think a lot of people, this is really going around a lot now. It's like, who is he saying hit him with the fentanyl? Is he saying that the police hit George Floyd with the fentanyl? Because that's what it sounds like. And then I haven't watched this whole thing because I heard it's like 3 hours long, and I don't have that much time to dedicate to Kanye in one sitting. I just can't do it. I can't. So that's what I'm like. A lot of people have been asking about that or saying it, and I haven't followed it on any social media because seeing him now just really irks my soul. And y'all know I used to love Kanye, y'all, and I used to always go here like,
I miss the old Kanye. I miss the old Kanye. I used to always be, that was me. I would be like, okay, he's not a good person right now, but I miss the old, all that stuff. But he's pushing around rhetoric that's very dangerous. This family very much in the morning of George, and here's my thing of George Floyd, they're still mourning him. And here's my thing, whether or not this was just a clip. And I know that we were trying to have this conversation and flesh it out. But here's the thing. A lot of people on my timeline who are woke, but woke against the woke folks. So there's Black people who are woke against the wokes, right? And that means you got the ones that like to be like, my brother, my Black brother, you can't sit by the white animalistic kingdom and think that you will now have the Black instinct to make sure that you are the actual king. The people who support Kanye don't like those people. People who support Kanye literally will hear something like this. Jack and Jill run up the hill to fetch a pail of water. But when we look at the molecules in the water, we understand that we are one. Shouts out to Frankie Beverly and Maze, who are Black, but then when you cut them open, they bleed one, and that's red. They be like, yo, y'all didn't even hear what Kanye said, man. Right? And when Kanye, the next thing Kanye says after that is, white people were the real creators of this fly shit.
Why are you like this?
If you really heard Kanye for what he said, he was actually saying that Black people were the creators. No, that's not what he said. He literally said what he meant just now.
He literally meant whatever he freaking said is what he said. We cannot
continue to make excuses for stupidity. I don't care who I like. I don't care if your name is Nicki Minaj. I don't care if your name is Chris Brown. I don't care if your name is former President Barack Obama. I don't care who you are. I will not, if you are pushing dangerous rhetoric for a country where Black people are the minority. Although they built up this country, we are still the minority and treated as if we are the bottom of everybody's shoe.
Right.
Here.
Oops,
So,
hold
on. That's me running my mouth. That's me running my mouth. Now,
it is.
When we see that, it's like I can't. Watching the drink champs was personal to a lot of people because he started just babbling things. And then he went back to anti-Semitism, right? We saw his attack against the Jews and their experience. And while, of course, him as a Black man should understand, oppression, my boy. We are not going to say this didn't happen. This experience for these people didn't happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but he never apologized for White Lives Matter, but he went over to Piers Morgan, and it seems like there was an apology for his anti-Semitism comments, but let's take a look.
Do you now regret saying DEFCON 3 on Jewish people? Are you sorry you said that?
No.
I think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not.
You should be.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, but you should be.
Absolutely not.
When you insult the Jewish people and say you're going DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people, that is as racist as anything you say you've been through and any pain that you've experienced. It's the same thing. Racism is racism. And you know that, I think, don't you?
Yeah, obviously. That's why I said it.
So you said it knowing it's racist?
Yes. I fought fire with fire.
Okay.
I'm not here to get hosed down.
At least that's
a
honest.
Different type of freedom fighter. You know, I will say I'm sorry for the people that I hurt with the DEFCON, the confusion that I call. I feel like I cause hurt and confusion. And I'm sorry for the families of the people that had nothing to do with the trauma that I had been through, and that I use my platform where you say hurt people, and I was hurt.
Get that out of here, Piers Morgan.
Child, the both of them.
The both of them together. I don't care what Piers is trying to say or do. Piers, you know why you wanted. You would never say that about Black folks. And
he's trying to redeem his damn self from that shit from last year.
I don't even think he's trying to redeem himself. You know what people are doing with Kanye right now? They're capitalizing. Even drink champs, they're capitalizing on what's going on. Let me tell you something, especially white folks. This is what white folks do. Nicki Minaj made that comment. Remember about the scrotum or whatever remember about COVID?
About COVID.
And remember what the right did? They was like, even Nicki Minaj is saying that Nicki Minaj says COVID-19. Nicki Minaj. The right literally was like, rapper Nicki Minaj actually puts her foot down and stands up for people not taking COVID-19 shots. That was literally headlines everywhere. Before Nicki made that comment, they were like rapper over sexualizing. That's what it was. Rapper this, rapper that, Black rapper. All of a sudden, she made that comment. Everybody wanted to get her on the show. Kanye West started saying, as soon as Kanye West did the White Lives Matter thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, who? Tucker Carlson puts him on the show.
The first one.
And knows that he didn't understand a thing that man was saying. Nothing. And says, wow, well, because white lives do matter, right? Because he wanted to get to that part of the conversation. Kanye, you're Black and white lives matter, right? That's what you're saying, right? As Kanye continued to disrespect Jews and all of that. Now you go on, Piers Morgan is taking the opportunity. Piers Morgan is racist as hell. Piers Morgan doesn't like Black people.
I'm trying to hold it.
Listen, Kanye West put up the Piers Morgan show. That man wanted on there just to say, well, Kanye, you're a Black man and you're being racist. That was the highlight of his conversation. That's what he wanted. Yes, Kanye made anti-Semitic comments, which were trash, which were disrespectful, which were terrible. I agree 100%. Kanye opened his mouth and disrespected the Jews, period, and their experience. But this was a moment for these channels and the right to start saying, look, Black man racist, Black man racist, Black man racist, Black man racist. And then he says, you should know. Isn't it similar to your experiences? It's like these comments are not okay.
They're not.
And Piers Morgan could not wait to do this. So yes, it's exploitation. And it caused Kanye to step back and apologize, or somewhat apologize. So that was not really an apology, because he said he's not sorry for what he said, but then continue on with saying sorry. So clearly this person isn't mentally okay, but that's still not an excuse, because Kanye knows exactly what he's doing.
Absolutely.
And saying.
Right. And I know everybody's saying that they took down that the Drink Champs episode.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
And even Nori it got a lot of backlash for it as well,
He was on an apology tour. He was on a full apology tour.
He really was. And it's one of those things. Kanye right now is just like, I think last night as well, and I don't know if it was really his channel, but it looked like it, did a over 3 hour live last night with some white lady talking about God knows what. Kanye last night. Over 3 hours. When I saw it, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Kanye did it live?
Yes, and it was going for 3 hours.
Wow.
So it's no telling how long it was. I don't know what he was talking about. I wasn't interested. I'm just like, bro, I don't even want to see you right now. I'm that disgusted with Kanye. Like, Rebecca, and I was the first one like, no, it's art. It's like fashion, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, not at all. I'm not even, nope.
Yeah. And it's like, if we allow the media and our friends on Facebook, because it's not Twitter, it's not Instagram, it's the friends on Facebook. Like, I know what Kanye was saying. If you really listen, you can hear what Kanye was saying. Kanye,
you gotta break it down.
Kanye is. If I go on my Facebook right now, literally, I can read you somebody saying, "Is it just me, or did Kanye spit bars and y'all just didn't catch it?" That's that woke, but not woke against the woke. That's them. This is that side of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They really want to be different so bad. There's nothing that Kanye is saying that's monumental. There's nothing that Kanye is saying that changes how I feel about, hey, don't be anti-Semitic. Do not be somebody who pushes the white supremacist conversations. Do not push things that are dangerous rhetoric for Black people in this country. You are a rich Black man who can sit behind your gated community and have great health care. All of these things in the above. We don't have that opportunity. So I'm not going to walk around here and allow people to tell me, well, Kanye said white lives matter and he's Black. You're allowing white people to say I have a Black friend who told me I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it. Back. George Floyd, the world recognized him, and forget literally the organization, because I said Black Lives Matter is a sketchy organization as of right now, but that is not what Black Lives Matter stands for, though, what it came from, what it means to us. George Floyd's death was worldwide, attached to the phrase Black Lives Matter. And like I said, let's remove it from the organization right now, but attached to the phrase Black Lives Matter, because of what we saw in that video, not only what we saw in that video, what we've seen over the last few years, not even the last few years, in the lifetime of being Black here in America. Our lives do not matter. We're not saying that white lives don't matter, because that's not true. If we look at what the businesses, we look at the market for homes, if we look at jobs, if we look at food, if we look at loans, getting loans, if we look at any of that, we see that white lives do definitely matter.
Mm-hmm.
But if we look at all of those things and we surround, and when we put it around us, Black folks, we will see how much our lives don't matter. When we look at who is incarcerated, the majority of people who are incarcerated, especially for things like marijuana, that white people are now in business of. When we looked at that, we can see who lives matter right now. We can see Black folks who are still incarcerated for the same thing that a white person has started a business up in and making $1 million of in the same time frame, and they're still serving time for that same exact thing.
Right.
Whose life matters? We can see how cops gun down, target practice, literally like target practice, Black people. Doesn't matter what age you are, they will gun you down because they see you as a threat immediately, because your skin is the problem. This is why we say Black Lives Matter. We will see gunmen, white domestic terrorists, get out here, shoot up places, and still get offered opportunity to live their lives. We will see a racist white boy get a AR-15, go into a crowd. Kyle Rittenhouse, go into a crowd, kill 2 protesters who were fighting for Black lives, and get off scot-free. To get on air and speak about it, about how white lives matter, make a joke about his murders. We will watch a white boy walk into a church, Dylan. We'll watch him walk into a church, allow a black church at that, allow people to pray for him, shoot them down, and then get walked out, taken to Burger King, and treated like a human after he just treated those people like their lives didn't matter. Police officers would treat a murderer like a human. This is why we say Black Lives Matter. So Kanye West, you don't get to be our spokesperson.
At
You
all.
don't get to denounce what we are standing for. You don't get to do that. So mute Kanye West. Fight me on that. Fight me. Mute Kanye West, bro.
Mute Kanye West, bro. Like, because I'm really sick of him. Every day this week, it has been something different with Kanye West. Where we have talked about Kanye. I mean, it's only been 2 days, but we've talked about Kanye since last goddamn week. And I'm sick of Kanye. I'm literally sick of Kanye. And Rebecca, you made some good ass points. And I wanted to share this video. I dropped it a while back in our Slack, and I wanted y'all to take a look at this. How can I explain it? Not white-splaining, but people thinking that white lives matter and someone breaking it down for them.
Let's take a look.
Has culture.
Culture.
Oh.
We're all technically white. If you're from England, if you're from Australia, if you're from wherever, South Africa, you know, we all have these crazy places we come from and these people are around and we get those ideas from those people. But that doesn't mean us as a whole have no culture.
But as a white person, it's not really a culture. You can have culture, like I'm hella Irish, obviously, and that's a culture. But just being white is not it's not a culture. I can't relate to you just because you're white.
I think you can say that for any ethnicity, though. If we were all black, could I relate to you guys if just because of the color of our skin?
Yes, because they go through very similar experiences, like they'll get discriminated against, and you're not getting discriminated against because of your skin color. They can both relate to that.
Yeah. Period. What? What? Period.
Culture.
Ah, period. Period.
Oh God. Period. Period.
What? I mean, what I gotta say to that white man that says? It's really sad because, you know, for me, I don't know how to explain it. Like, white folks will look to be a part of, like, say that they have the same issues or whatever. Especially in America, your issue will never be like I can never, your experience and mine, white person, and I'm sorry for all of our white viewers, you guys know I love you guys, mean it, but you know our experiences will never be similar.
Never.
It just won't. And I didn't ask for it to be this way. I didn't ask to be born black. I did not ask to be born Haitian. I did not ask to be born this way. I just was. And now I'm here in America, and baby, I can tell you being black ain't whack, but white folks will make you feel like it is. The stress. You will never know the experience. And then the culture wise, baby, I'm sorry to say, aux États-Unis, you know, America, États-Unis, that's United States. The culture that you guys have and capitalize on, it come from black culture. TikTok. So there's really nothing. That man said I'm Irish as hell. He got a little bit of culture, but he's like, listen, but you know I'm white.
Okay, they say I'm hella Irish, obviously.
Obviously, we could literally see that you're Irish. Literally. And so, you know, but I said to say, why are there arguments? Why do we have to really have these moments where we're talking to you guys about it, educating you guys about it? I'm glad that there was no black person in that room doing holding the conversation piece. I'm sick and tired. And I always said, get your people, round them up, have the conversation, you know, and have that conversation. It's y'all. Listen, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Tired, boss. It is tired. Just really tired. It's just It's people trying to steal my culture all the time. It's like, okay, tired.
Ethnicity, race, culture, these things I need people to go read up on, because you look at me and, ask me, am I Black American? I can say maybe, I can go with that, but I'm Haitian American. People get all weird about that, but I am. I'm Haitian American because I know that you're asking me if my background is American, and
right.
I'm Haitian, born in America. You see what I'm saying? I need people to really go look up on that. But when you look at me straight up, I'm a Black woman. I'm Black. Black is not a monolith. We got culture in all different places, okay? That come from our true culture of being African. And then our experiences will never match. Were you guys stolen to come over here?
Right.
Or were you here brought to Ellis Island with the opportunity of actually assimilating? Stop playing with me. That's what that Irish boy was saying. That's what he was saying. Were you an indentured servant? Or was you enslaved? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Anywho, yeah, there are Black Russians. My ex was a Black Russian. So,
good.
Somebody just put that in the comment section.
Yeah, Snack Panther. Shout out to Snack Panther. Hey, man, and shout out to everybody that dropped the super chats this morning as well, too. We greatly appreciate that. I saw that scrolling. We didn't get a chance to thank y'all, but thank y'all so much for your super chats, and we appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for the super chats. Now, with the super chats, we don't get them, y'all, until God knows when, and YouTube does take a percentage.
Yeah.
So if you want to give immediately, like we said, it'll come straight to us through Cash App or PayPal at DJX3C, Becca's Voice on Cash App, or RebeccaAzor@gmail.com through PayPal. And Bubba,
just do DJ X3C on Cash App unless y'all want to do the PayPal, which is DJ exclusive at gmail.com, but it's 3 X's DJ XXXCLUSIVE at gmail.com.
Nasty, just nasty.
Because I'll be so nasty on these turntables, girl. You better get it to us.
Give it. I like that. But yeah, so we are at the end of the show, y'all. I love you guys. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Please make sure you are liking, you are sharing, and subscribing. It's over 200 of y'all in the YouTube space. I don't know if we're on Twitch today. I don't know if we're on Facebook today.
No Twitch, because it's something real suspicious going on over at the Twitch.
You don't find that suspicious?
You don't
find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
So, and it all started. I was gonna hold it, but I asked the question. I kind of led into it on Tuesday, but it didn't start until we started talking about Jaheim McMillan.
I'm find that suspicious?
I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there.
You don't find that suspicious? Okay.
Very much so.
Yeah. So listen.
And we may be getting our we may be setting up our separate one. I just hate that, because I know that on that channel, Ben had a lot of followers on that channel. So just to lose them, it kind of sucks ass. So, once we do get it set up, if we have a chance to, then we want to make sure everybody goes over to that Twitch channel. I know a lot of people are over from Twitch on the YouTube channel right now. We appreciate y'all for coming through and doing that. But hopefully y'all will get that channel rebuilt, and y'all can join over there as well too. We'll be back soon.
Yeah.
We missed our little emojis. Yeah, we had emojis on Twitch. It was me.
Yes, where you guys made our faces and stuff. I absolutely love that. Okay, listen. Yeah, we're gonna work it out. We are going to work it out. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to make sure we do this right. Thank you guys for supporting us thus far. It is Thursday. I gotta take it back to work, child. I know, Bubba, you as well. Listen, again, give DJ X3C and Becca's Voice on Cash App. I love you guys so much, and I mean it. Love you, mean it. Go
Patron Party Friday, Patron Party 9:30 tomorrow. Game night. Y'all bring y'all ass. Family game night.
So I'm going to pop up for 2 seconds. However, I'm telling you this now. I have to go to the vigil for Mika Ben, you guys. And I hope that you've been running up his music. On tomorrow, are we doing a show tomorrow? I think because we missed. Do you want to do a show tomorrow?
It's up to you. I mean, I'm available. Well, I should be available. Oh, Josh said no.
Oh yes, Josh, you're not here. All right, then, y'all. The producer has spoken. But we'll catch you up, Bubba. Love you, mean it. At the patron party, I really want you to drop a song in memoriam of Mika Ben. I'm gonna send you the song, and just for us to have, if we can. I know you guys don't know him. A quick moment of silence before I go to the visual. I can never say that word. But before I go to the candlelight ceremony for him, I will definitely be on with you guys for a little bit. I love y'all too much. Again, I love y'all too much. Go and sin no more. See y'all.
We appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all so much. And for tuning in this morning, we appreciate and love everything that you do, and we'll continue to do what we can. Always. Your affirmation for today. Your affirmation for today, as B plays in the background, shout out to B, is I remain in balance with my emotions. I remain in balance with my emotions. Love y'all, mean it. Okay, Josh said it's muffled a little bit. So, again, your affirmation for today is I remain in balance with my emotions. I remain in balance with my emotions. Y'all gonna be great today, man. Do something for yourself. Love y'all, mean it. Happy Thursday. If anything, we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Patron party, game night going down. Link will be in Discord. Deuces.
Just come to mama. Come on. Just come to mama. She'll take care of all of your drama. Baby boy. Just come to mama. She's gonna make it alright. She doesn't always feel like she's a queen, but you better not forget it. So bend the knee, and if you wanna be a knight, you better prove your loyalty. You better listen to me. She's got what you want. She's got what